In-person classes are resuming at Howard University as the school investigates last week's cyber attack. The historically black university canceled all classes Tuesday after its computer network was compromised in a ransomware attack. Howard first reported the, quote, unusual activity on Friday, prompting the school to shut down its Wi-Fi network. All online and hybrid classes are still suspended as the school investigates the extent of the attack. Joining us now for more on this is CBSN technology reporter Dan Patterson. Hi, Dan. Great to see you. So, school officials were clear this was a ransomware attack. What do we know about who is responsible for this? What are they asking for? And do we know whether the university plans to fulfill the demand?
Hi, Tanya. So, attribution with all cyber attacks, and especially these ransomware attacks, is generally pretty challenging. It takes several days to several weeks to get kind of a sense of who might be responsible. There's a few reasons for that. One is just gathering the evidence. Now, we know Howard is working with the FBI and other investigators to figure out what exactly happened, and that can take some time. And we also know that misdirection is pretty common in ransomware and cyber attacks. So we know that the school is kind of figuring out the shape of this attack, and we'll learn more about not just the potential attackers, but also the strain of ransomware that was used and how the school reacted, I think, over the next few hours to few days.
So we know that the attack was first spotted on Friday. Do we not yet know the extent of the attack? I mean, I understand from what you just said that's still being investigated, but was there something that appeared to be specifically targeted?
So we know that their Wi-Fi network was targeted, and they pulled that down pretty quickly. It's pretty easy to infer that that was also a point of propagation for the ransomware. We don't know the point of entry, but I talked to a number of security experts over the weekend and today, and most people said it's probably either phishing or password stuffing. That's when you reuse a password or a username. Hackers get that, and they just try a number of combinations until they are able to get in, and then they kind of move across a network and escalate their permissions so that they can finally be able to execute an attack or plant malware. So we don't know exactly what happened with Howard, but it is likely that a scenario like that played out. Now, a good thing is a lot of these ransomware gangs do a few different tactics. They will not just lock up your servers, but they'll exfiltrate your data and then hold it hostage. They'll threaten you with releasing that data. And Howard says that that hasn't happened here. So it looks as though this was a pretty severe attack, but that they also contained it pretty rapidly.
And as you said, the university contained it by shutting off all Wi-Fi. So the university has been offline since Monday. Again, that was specifically aimed at preventing any additional damage. But, you know, how does something like this work? How can they continue classes at a university? We're also attached to our Wi-Fi. How long could this part of the process take?
Well, we know that in-person classes are coming back, and virtual classes are expected to come back tomorrow or sometime pretty soon. But yeah, Tanya, you're exactly right. This points to kind of the heart of the matter, which is schools are a pretty big target for ransomware hackers for no reason more nefarious other than they're a ripe target. Schools are mission critical. They have to stay online, and they generally don't have the same hardened security that you would find at a big company. And they definitely don't have the IT departments or the cash that companies often do. So if I'm a crook or a criminal, do I want to attack the hard target that has an IT department or a school that doesn't? That's often one reason places like Howard are targeted.
Yeah, I mean, to your point, according to Checkpoint Research, the education sector saw a 15% increase in cyber attacks in July from the first half of 2021. What do you think that the nation's education sector needs to do to prevent itself from bad actors? Do universities need to start acting more like corporations?
Yeah, well, there's a number of things that educational institutions, as well as educators, and just you and me can do to kind of shore up our defenses. Now, the bad thing is vulnerabilities exist everywhere, and humans are really great vulnerabilities. We can be tricked into phishing attacks or have our passwords compromised. But that's also good news too, Tanya. That means that there's things that you and I can do to prevent ourselves from being the low-hanging fruit or being targets. Look, we say it all the time, but don't click on links in email or text messages. Don't click on any links. Don't click on those links. Also, use a password manager. LastPass, Dashlane, 1Password. These are great places for you to store long, strong, and unique passwords for every single site that you go to. Tanya, these simple little tips can help protect not just you, but your company, your entire organization, your school. So I know it sounds kind of silly to repeat these really simple tips every single time, but do these things. Protect yourself, protect your school, protect your company.
All right. Well, Dan Patterson, thank you so much. It always bears repeating. We appreciate having you on.
Good to see you.